The first step to replacing the light switch is going to be removal of 3 fasteners up high here. One is behind the parking brake release, the second one over here, and the third one's over here. Your carpet is a relatively thick pile. It may actually conceal, so just feel around in there and you'll find it. In my case, I had to remove 2 more screws, which was this one here, as well as this one here, to allow this panel to drop down far enough, because the switch has to come out from the back side. Appears as though mission is accomplished, because when you turn this one click to the right, that'll be the parking lights on, minus the headlights. Second click is the headlights, brights, dim. Now we go back to parking lights. If we pull this out one click, you can see that the fog lights go on, the front fogs, but not the rear. You still just have your standard parking lights on the rear. Now, when you pull, since I put the bulb in there, now when you pull this out a second click, you can see the light illuminates right here, which is informing you that your rear fog lights, your front fog lights are still on. So you can see that the rear fog light is on, and since this is made for the left-hand drive or North American market, rest of Europe other than the UK, only the 21 watt bulb on the left side, the driver's side, is on. The passenger side still has just the parking light. And again, that is a rear fog light, which I think is a very important feature, because in fog conditions, it's obviously important to see what's in front of you, but what about the poor sap behind you? So I've been a very big fan of utilizing rear fog lights. Even my North American vehicles, when they weren't so equipped, I would usually retrofit something in there like that. And then this other light is what's called a standing light. My father's Mercedes that went back to 1959 even had these. One click, you can see the arrow shown to the right side. It illuminates the right side parking light only. And you can see it on right there. The driver's side's not on. And again, you'll see that the right side or passenger side light is illuminated. Not the side light, but just the rear. And what that's for is when you're parked in traffic, assuming traffic is North American market or Germany and that, as cars are going past you, the side facing the traffic must have the light illuminated. So what you'd have to do if you were parked going with the flow of traffic, you would give this one more click to the left, which would then illuminate the driver's side parking light right here, or actually a driver's side standing light is what I should call it, but I guess it's doing double duty. But you can see that only the driver's side is on and the passenger side is not illuminated. But I think we can call this job a success. That was a very simple job to task to perform. I could not open up this spring steel enough to open it up to slide over, so I had to use a skinny screwdriver and push it in there to open up the jaws a little bit. It's a tempered spring steel of some sort, but needless to say, I was able to get it open and then slide it in place. And now I think we're good to go. Love it when a plan comes together. By the way, when you're reassembling, also pay attention to this air duct, which is right here, and the corresponding duct here from the ventilation system that needs to be hooked up. From what I've been able to determine, the air duct here that goes to here goes all the way through here, exits out this side, and then it goes into the door. So as you put it back together, be sure that you have all of your proper fasteners. These are the U-clips that go in there. Those two are here. There was no fastener on this side. However, I did discover the U-clip evidently had fallen down, ended up on the carpeting ultimately, but this is the U-clip that actually belongs in here. So now I just need to find an appropriate size crosshead screw to fit